hyper with the Thursday video, and it's Thursday the 4th of May. Starting with Bitcoin as usual, so my voice isn't too great today, but I'm trying to soldier on, as it were. Bitcoin, again, the count isn't that great, but I'm calling this as a wave 1, mainly adjusting at some point once it becomes clear what's happening. And I still think probably the ABC count here, which I discussed last time, is the best count going at the moment. I mean, there are alternatives, but they're not really worth discussing at the moment because we have before, in fact, and we need a bit of resolution. I mean, if this goes shooting up, then this might be the beginning of the next leg up. But an ABC is, I think, more likely. It could be a triangle, I suppose, but not so likely in wave 2s particularly. But as I say, this is my favourite count at the moment. But I'm still very positive on Bitcoin. I mean, there are some negatives in the chart patterns, but as long as we keep going up, they'll be blown away quite soon. The count on Ethereum also remains somewhat less than ideal. I think it's a 1-2-1-2 actually. So this would be the 1, and this is all part of an extended third wave, as it were. But still no real sign of a bottom here. I mean, this doesn't really look complete either, because it's just a single wave down. It looks more like a 5, in fact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, this could be an ABC forming. The count here is even less clear than Bitcoin, really. I mean, if we see an ABC and then we start falling away again, that would be a bit of a negative, to say the least. So it'd be good to get some resolution to these patterns at the moment. Right, well, gold spiked up above 2050, and then promptly fell back again. It looks like a stop hunting party, actually. Maybe some bigger players wanted to get short, so they pushed the price up, took out all the stops, and then sold the market. I don't know, that's one possibility. I mean, we have a pretty good 5 here, and we could be an irregular ABC, I suppose. That's pretty rare, but it does actually happen, I suppose. Maybe happening now. I'm not sure it's. This is a pretty good 5, actually. So I mean, that cut is valid. Not sure. It's again, it's a little bit bizarre, quite unusual. Sort of action at the moment. I mean, it could be this is actually the next leg up, so it could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, with a 5th wave coming. Another possibility. Yeah, it's quite a tough one right now. We are seeing some more difficult counts than we usually see. I mean, I do occasionally say that everything's going according to plan, and when I say that, it obviously generally means that we've had to change course, which has happened in this case, perhaps. Anyway, various possibilities here. We need to see a bit more development, really. No such move on silver. Still got this potential A, B, C forming here. What could be a 4th wave again. The 1 wave is just here, so it's getting a bit close. And these counts are provisional at this point because there's no real clear. The pattern is not very clear at the moment, but it looks corrective. This looks impulsive. So an ABC down to around here would seem to be the best. Most likely events before we see more upside on silver. First it's gone lower, so this 5 here is no longer valid. It's been blown away by the subsequent fall. I think the 5 here is now a bit redundant. Where is it? 1, 2. So yeah, I'm going to call this a C wave as I have been, in fact. Get rid of that. Put the C wave to there. This looks like the next leg down I've been talking about. So we have an all-time peak here, I said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC, a substantial rally. And now this looks like a fairly impulsive move. Let's just go down a slightly shorter term chart, see how it looks on that. If you can move around a bit. There, I guess this is fairly impulsive, quite a lot of overlapping waves. It could be a 1, that could be a 2. 1, 2, this is a third of a third coming in. If you get acceleration here, that will tend to confirm that count. I mean, the 1's a bit messy, to say the least, but I think that count is valid for the time being. The DAX also may have peaked with this possible 5th wave here. We have got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's made a low below that 4 wave. So it does tend to confirm this actually is a peak of some importance. Wave count 1, 2, 3 maybe. And the 4 of that was 2, it's not meant to happen. So a bit messy down here. That may resolve. So I think it's a case of many things need to resolve themselves right now. But we are looking for a peak, quite a good spike here. obviously a very impulsive move down. Just a bit of to and fro here, which is causing a few issues. But we are breaking down. Well, we're seeing markets move below this low. So when it starts to accelerate, then that would be that gives you some confirmation that a peak is actually on the DAX. Then goes to the Dow. We've got 5 rows up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3. Not quite good, quite a reasonable 5 there. In fact, it may turn out to be a 1, 2, 1, 2, and the third wave to come, but just get down a shorter time frame. Okay, so a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. There's no sign of a 4 here, but otherwise the count is looks pretty good. And put the fibs on there as well, just so how that goes. Okay, having 5s down, and ABC is quite likely. Obvious support is the 50% level around here. It's about similar to the ABC calculation, which is roughly around here, I think. Wave 4 is here with the wave 61.8% at 33, 830 odd. And then you can see the beginning of a big decline coming in. So again, we have setups lining up, suggesting that a third wave down is sort of fairly imminent on these markets. I could have them quite quickly really, because that's the 1st of May, 2nd of May, and now it's the 3rd of May. Sorry, 3rd of May here, 4th. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, based on the time frame here, there's a very short-term time frame. The peak here came in on let's see, Monday evening, sort of 6 o'clock in the evening. So really Tuesday, Wednesday, now it's Thursday. We could see a peak actually tomorrow, I guess, or perhaps more likely on Monday. But it's pretty imminent, so it's worth watching what's going on the DAX, I think. Sorry, the Dow. Apologies. On the Dow. This could be quite an important peak. I mean, we wouldn't normally expect to see too much excitement initially in the decline. It's just the second wave rally, beginning of the third wave, but it's always better to be on top of these things and lagging behind, as it were. Let's go on to the Nasdaq. Right, waiting for the peak on the Nasdaq. There was A, B, C. We discussed that pretty fully in the past. Down to a 5-day chart to see what's happening at the moment. A bit more data here actually. Okay, so well, not much really. I'll just look at ABC, I guess. 1, 2, 3. No, the big 2 there. Yeah, it looks pretty correct at the moment. I mean, it may not be, but there's no real indication that there's some passive right now. Too many overlaps like this rally here. I can't see any sort of a 5 down to there, and that could be an ABC. But without the 5, it doesn't really mean very much. So I think again the peak's like a bit imminent, but no real sign of it right yet. But I think we'll be going down pretty soon now if it has already started. That's all for today. If that interests you, so back to report the weekend. Have a great day. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.